Okay, you practice dice control and you have some sort of influence over the results of the dice. Well, then how should you bet? In today's video, I'm going to show you. Casino craps. It might look complicated, but at its core, it's a simple game. Roll the dice, bet on the correct number, and win. Hi, I'm Jeremy, and I am a craps fanatic. My job, to teach you the game, to teach you the math and some strategies, and with a little luck, you can color up. Today's strategy comes from a dice influencer by the name of Ed Robinson. Now, he runs a YouTube channel called Roll to Win Craps. I know him more from his podcast, which is Casino Tears. So you can check him out on those two platforms. But he is very well known or respected in the dice influencer community. I think he's friends with kind of, the big names that if I mentioned, I guess he kind of runs in those circles. But he's very, pronounced or well known in that community. So on his channel, he did a video and said, this is exactly how I play in the casino. So I built a strategy around how he plays. Now, it's not going to be exactly right because for one, it was just one roll. So you didn't get to see all the permutations and see what happens in different scenarios. So I kind of have to make some assumptions. Also, he kind of adjusts things because he is a dice controller, right? So he plays the all, tall, small, and at some point, he changes his dice set to try to hit, the remaining number. So there are different things that he does, or he bets heavily on certain numbers that, that he's seen roll. So I don't want to put exactly words in his mouth. I just followed along as best I could and put together what it looks like he's trying to accomplish with his strategy. So with that kind of disclaimer being said, let me tell you about his strategy. He plays at a $15 table, and this is in Mississippi with their rules there, which are pretty much known as the best in the country. And so what he does is start off with a $15 bet on the line. He also makes a $10 world bet. Now, don't talk about the world bet, but essentially it's just a horn bet with an any 7 bet combined. So he makes a $10 world bet, and then he throws an extra dollar on the ace deuce or the 3. Now, he does this for every new come out roll, and it makes sense because 33% of the game start and end right here with either a horn number or the 7-11 rolling, right? So he calls this the come out game, and he wants to try to take advantage of it, and that's what he does here. If he hits, he'll go ahead and press up the world bet. He'll take this to $25, and he'll take the ace deuce to $5. Now, when he first started the game, he also made a lay bet of $45 on the 5 and 9. So this is a little extra payout if that 7 were to roll. These would both win $30 minus the vig. Now, it looks like he just does this at the start of the game. If he hits a point and he's going out to establish a new point and already has bets up here, he doesn't do the lay bet. So this is just when he's starting the game. All right, he also plays the all, tall, small for 5-5-5. So this is his action for the come out roll, and he also adds the lay 5 and 9 just for the starting the game. Again, if he's coming out for a second time, he doesn't make the lay bets. All right, when he established the point, and again, I only saw him do one roll. So when the point was 6, he started off with a $60 bet in odds. If the point was, later on, he came out on the 4, he did $25 odds. So I'm gonna say the 5 and 9, maybe he'll do something in the middle like 30 in odds. Now, besides it being the point, the 4 and 10, he never bet on the 4 and 10. So I'm assuming he just sticks to the inside numbers. Maybe that's just because those are the numbers that are more predominant for him rolling. But he did $18 8, and then he did, this is the very first time, and then he did a $20 5, and actually his point was 6. So that's what I know for sure. So let's do that. 60 in odds. He covered the 8 for minimum bet, 18, and he covered the 5 for $20. And that's because in Mississippi, that's an automatic buy bet, right? So it's going to pay better than a place bet. You only want to buy the 5 and 9 if they take the vig on the win. Otherwise, it's better just to place it. But the rule's there, it makes sense, just buy it. Now, at the start of the game, it looks like he does a little miniature iron cross. So he also does $15 in the field and $15 coming. Now, he looks like he does this just to get some number coverage and get into the game because he never repeats this, field or makes another come bet again. So the come bet's going to cover another number, and then the field bet, protects it with the coverage of the craps numbers 2, 3, and 12, and also covers some of the other numbers. After that, it's a pretty standard game. Again, he might cover the 9 for $20 as a buy bet, and then he presses his bet in a way that I actually like. So he does little bit medium to smaller presses at the beginning and tries to get his money out in the first 2 hits on a number. It looks like he treats each number individually. So once he gets his money out of the number, he then presses more aggressively. For instance, the 5 and 9. Now those are going to pay $29. He goes from 20 to 36. Right there, he has, about half of his money out of the bet. And he's got a good $36 bet up there. 36 pays 53 after the vig. So a second hit, his bets are paid for. He gets a little more aggressive and goes up to 80. So 20, 36, 80. After that, you get paid black chips, so he'll go ahead and collect that black chip. So same bet once he gets to certain levels. Looks like at the black chip level, he does a collect, and then he'll do another aggressive press if it hits again. The 6 and 8, the same thing. So he went from 18 to 24, so it's just a small little press. It builds his bet up, but it gets most of his money out of this bet. So he goes from 18 to 24, and then 24, it hits again. He again gets most of his money out of it, but still gets it pressed up to 42. Next hit pays 50 for 1. So again, he's at a level, a nice, 2 green chips where he'll collect. After that, he's a little more aggressive. So he'll go from 42 to 90. 90 pays 105. Again, a nice level where he collects. So he collects that 105. And then he'll be aggressive and go ahead and press from 90 to 180. As far as his point number, it's a little different because he's got odds, but he kind of does the same thing. Once he's got his money back, he can press aggressively. And then the whole time he's adjusting his dice set depending on what he needs. So even though maybe he has the 5 build up, he's 1 number away from hitting the tall, he might adjust to try and roll, the 10, for instance. So essentially that's a strategy. He's got a come out game, and then once a point's established, it looks like he sticks to the inside numbers, couple conservative presses, and then he can alternate between being aggressive and then collecting at those levels. All right, he plays this with a $600 bankroll. So let's go ahead and get started. $15 on the pass line. Dealer, we want a $10 horn. We want a $1 ace deuce. So let's go ahead and give me $1 and 4 and change. 555 on the ATS, all tall, small, and then $30, $45 each lay bet against the 5 and 9. Okay, I'm obviously going to throw them randomly, but he throws in a controlled manner. So here we go, coming out. Let's see what happens. 7 on the come out. All right, let's start with our pass line bet. Our pass line is an automatic winner. With the world bet, that's just a push. Our ace deuce is a loser. Our all tall small is a loser. And these both pay $30 a piece. So we're going to pay out 60 minus the vig, which would be $3 or $4, depending on how, if they might combine the bets. I'm going to go ahead and take out $4. So $56 there. And then we'll roll again. So let's cover the all tall small again. And then we're going to go ahead and bump up the world bet to 25. And we're going to bump up the ace deuce to 5. And we can still pocket some money here. All right, here we go. Another 7. There he goes. So our ace deuce comes down. Our horn bet is a push. Pass line, we win 15. All tall small comes down. And these bets up here, again, win 60 minus the $4 vig, or $56. I don't know if he continues to press the world bet. I never saw him hit it twice, so I am going to recover the all tall small. Let's just get $5 back on the ace deuce, and maybe let's just collect. I'm not sure what he does. I'm just going to collect. That's a healthy bet there. All right, still looking for a point. Here we go. 9. Point is going to be 9. We lose our lay bet. This lay bet, we're going to ask the dealer to return it to us. Our ace deuce loses, and we're going to go ahead and get our 9 marked up. All right, let's get our 6 and 8 for $18 each. So let's go ahead, 25, 30, 30, 35, 36. Dealer, give me the, and then we'll just throw in $20 for the 5 as well. So we'll get this set up. That's going to be a buy. I'm not going to use the buttons. We're just going to pay as an auto buy. And then here, this is $18 each. We're going to do odds of, we'll do 30 in odds. I think in the instructions I said 40, but later on he did have a point of 5 or 9, or this come bet he added 30 odds, so I'm going to do 30 in odds for the 5 and 9. And then the first action, let me get some change here. Oh, I forgot to take this world bet. We're going to do $15 in the field and $15 coming. Remember, he just does those at the beginning for the first roll, cover a lot of numbers. All right, here we go. 3 craps. So we lose our come bet, and we get paid in the field. We'll just rebet it. We do mark the 3 though. Here we go. 3 craps, same situation. Lose there, win there, just rebet it. We've already got it marked. Here we go. 10, easy 10. So our come bet will travel to the 10. Our field bet is going to be a winner. And then let's go ahead and add $25 in odds to that 10. And this will just go ahead and rack up. It did its job. Let's go ahead and mark that 10. Here we go. We're looking for some numbers. Now it's just kind of a straightforward game. Oh, but there's a quick 7. So down it all comes. But our come out game really helped. So we might have been okay. Puck will go off. All right, brand new shooter. And again, I don't think he would bet on other, the random shooters the same way. I'm sure this is just betting on how he bets on himself. That's how most of the dice influencers do it. So let's go ahead. $15 on the pass, $10 horn, $1 ace deuce. And again, it's kind of a new shooter, so 45 and 45. I'm going to go ahead and drop $100 to the dealer and get 10 and change to get set up here with my $45 lay bets. And what am I missing? Oh, the all tall small. We're going to restart that. And what am I missing? I think that is our setup. All right, here we go. Coming out. 8, easy 8. So we're out on the 8. Lay bets, we just asked the dealer to return them to us. Our horn bet and our world bet comes down. All tall, small, the 8 gets marked. We're going to go ahead, and he did 16 odds on the behind the 6, so we'll do 16 odds. And we're going to cover $20 on the 5 and $18 on the 6. So that'll be 7 and change. And this is a buy bet, so we'll just pay it as a buy bet. Again, Mississippi rules. And then a $15 field. Let me get some change. $15 coming. So just kind of to get started, the little iron cross kind of situation there. 6, easy 6. So no field 6. Come bet moves inside the 6. Our 18 is going to pay 21. Let's go ahead and do 20 in odds. Let's make it 25 in odds, and then we'll just kind of rack the rest here. After that one play, then we're just going to have to cover the 9. So we'll, because he likes the inside numbers covered, cover that. Again, these are buy bets. I'm going to go ahead and mark up. What do we roll? The 6. And here we go. Roll some inside numbers. There's the 9. So the 9, as a buy bet, is going to pay 29. We're going to go ahead and press to 36. So collecting 13 there. Most of that bet's paid for. And I think the reason he goes to 36 is because they allow him to what's called pushing the house. So essentially on his next bet, he's going to get paid 54 with only a $1 VIG. And really the VIG is $1.80 on this bet. But they must allow him to push the house that much. So it lowers the house edge, and it's just a much better bet. So 36 paying, he said it pays 54 for them. So he gets a $1 VIG instead of $1.80. All right, let me go ahead and mark up the 9. And here we go. Let's keep rolling. There's the 5. All right, same situation. So 20 is going to pay 29. We're going to take it to 36. 36. Pulling back 13, so most of our money out of that bet. Go ahead and mark the 5. And here we go. There's a 9 again. There we go. So again, 36 is going to pay 53, which only a $1 VIG instead of $1.80. So that's a great move. He's going to go ahead and press to 80. So it's an aggressive bet, but he's got all of his money out of his bet. So between this one and the last collection, that bet is essentially paid for. He has a great $80 bet up here. Next payment is 116, which we'll collect. So we've already got the 9. All right, here we go. 6, easy 6. So that's just going to come down and get paid. 15 for the flat and 30 for the odds. I never saw him make another come bet, so we'll just go ahead and convert this to a place bet because we do want the 6 covered. So I think we can, this bet was essentially paid for, so we could probably take this. Not sure what we want to do here. Maybe, well, let's stick to the normal levels if he went from 18. So we'll make it look like 42. So 30, 40, let me throw in a 5, get 3 and change, make this a $42 bet. And rack some profit here. All right, here we go. 6 is marked. Let's keep it going. And there's that 9 again. So 80 is going to pay 116. And at this level, I'm just going to same bet. Hey, that's a beauty right there. So we'll go ahead and just same bet that guy. Let's keep it going. 6 the hard way, 6 hard. So 42 is going to pay 49 or 50 for 1. And we've kind of hit that level where we're going to same bet. So we'll go ahead and collect the $50 level. And then the next bet, we're going to be very aggressive with it. And we'll go to 90 if it hits again. All right, let's keep going. Inside number. There's the 5. What do we got on that 5 there? Got that 36, so it's going to pay 53. We can press it up to 80, an aggressive press, but we've got our money paid for, or we've paid for that bet because we've hit it twice. So it's essentially a risk-free bet up there. We're being aggressive, but hey, if we can hit it again, we get that 116. Which I don't think I mentioned before. The payout's 120 minus the $4 VIG. So you got to pay that 5% VIG. 6, easy 6. 42 is going to pay 49 or 50 for 1. We collected last time, so this time I'm going to be aggressive and take it to $90. So we got 75, 80, $90. Next stop is 105. All right, here we go. 3 craps. The stage of the game, we don't care about that, although we get to mark it for all tall, small. 4, easy 4. You know, we don't have the 4 bet, but we do have it there. Looking for that. Aces, we got a 5. We'll take that though. We'd rather have that 5 at this point. Well, maybe not. This pays 150, but this is not bad. So our $80 bet pays 120 minus the $4 VIG, so 116, and that's our first time at that level for this number. So we're going to just rack it. And now he would change his dice set to roll for the 2. There's the yo. Just help us on the other end. Oh, heck of a roll here. 8, we hit our point. So our odds, we have 16 odds. Whoops, yeah, I threw out some extra greens there. So it'd be 50 for those, red, and then every red. So we match that, every green gets some reds, every red gets some white, so $72 for the odds, and 15 for a flat. Puck will go off. Go ahead and rack this up. Nice juicy one here. All right, this video is running long. I don't know what to do about it. It's just the roll's working out for us. I've got it marked, so we're gonna come out again. So we'll start out with our come out game. So $15 on the pass, $10 on the world, $1 ace deuce, and because we have bets, we're not gonna do the lay bets. So here we go, same shooter, looking for a point. 6, easy 6, we're out on the 6. So down comes our prop bets. Our point is 6. I think we could just move this over. So what do we got here? We got a $90 bet on it. I think we could just move that over the 8, and then we'll start over at that $60 level. Although I think we could probably go higher. I think we can go higher. I know at one point he went to $100 because he had hit his number or something. So let's go ahead and do 100 in odds. He's a hot shooter right now. Maybe it'll work out. All right, here we go. 5. So 116. We collected last time, so this time we could be aggressive. And I'm not sure what that would look like. Maybe let's go with a $100 bet and just pull back a little bit. So again, I didn't see him go this far in the video, but we got a $100 5 there. All right, here we go. And there's the 7. All right, so our bets are going to come down. And I think this video, the roll was so long that I'm just going to have to end it with essentially, what do we do? Well, 2 shooters, right? But hey, I think he saw the potential. We didn't hit the ATS. We came close. Oh, I got all kinds of a mess here. Let's go ahead and count it up though. We started with 600. $760, $765, $761. So there's our profit. We had a pretty good roll, but what do you think? He kind of gets his money out of each number, and then it looks like he kind of bets aggressive after that. So if you can keep those numbers rolling and repeating, that's when the money really stacks up. So we were in great position if we could have got a couple more rolls when we really start collecting those black chips. But after our first few rolls, we really had minimal risk on the table. So as a dice controller, that is how he rolls to win.